Thank you. On a cold night at the foot of the Rockies, EA Sports coverage of the NFL takes us to Empower Field at Mile High in Denver, Colorado. Tonight, it's on to Week 10 already. Hard to believe, and we've got a good one in store, as it'll be the Las Vegas Raiders taking on the Denver Broncos.
Will Lutz to kick off for the Broncos.
About set to begin another week of football, and happy to have you along. We are underway on Thursday night primetime. And just shutting him off there. And they will wrangle him down a couple yards shy of the 30.
Here we go. Check 58. 13X.
Right out of the gates, here's Smith. Short throw caught by Bowers. And he's going to be down at the 35. Gain of 7. Charles, Thursday night game. I think a lot of teams probably say shrink the playbook somewhat. Is that correct?
I think you're right about that because you just don't have the amount of time that you have in a normal week to put in a full playbook. So, as you said, you shrink the playbook, pick out the plays that work best for you. You know what else you're looking for? Who are the freshest guys coming off the last game to play on a Thursday night? Guys have a little extra pep in their step. You go to them early and often.
So here's a 1st and 10 at the 38.
At the 38-yard line.
Here we go, here we go. You know the shit? Hey, hello, Tuesday. Middle.
Now Smith. Working downfield, he's got Thornton. And they'll get this well past midfield before being stopped just before the 35. To the air again, Smith.
And the Raiders first down.
Rifles one, and that's going to be intercepted. Picked up by Riley Moss. And the Broncos are going to take possession here at their own 16-yard line. Well, it's no secret he's had trouble this year with interceptions, and this is a bad start for him. First drive, throwing another pick.
No matter who's broadcasting his game, that's how the conversation begins. Throwing too many interceptions, can he take care of the football? If I were his backup, I'd be edging towards the coaches and saying, hey, how about giving me an opportunity?
Well, they'll run with a second-round pick from April's draft. And he goes across the 20 to the 22. It's a 6-yard pickup, and it gets him to 2nd and 4. Well, this defense for the Raiders, they were very good in the win last week against Jacksonville.
And I'm eager to see the game plan and trying to attack them this week, because when you take it away 4 times through interceptions, what do you do now when you go into a game? Do you decide you can't throw the ball? Do you try and run it more? Or do you tell your quarterback, make sure you see your guys open before you deliver?
So 2nd and 4 from the 22. Once more with Harvey. And he is met in his tracks behind the line of scrimmage. It'll be a loss of a full 3 yards there, and it also brings up 3rd down.
This defense is a difficult one to prepare for, one of the best in the league. They'll come at you from all angles, and they did a nice job there stopping him for a loss.
3rd and 8. Here's Nix. And he is caught. And he will have a Broncos first down as they're able to get the 3rd down conversion.
That's good for Broncos. First down. 1st and 10 at the 36-yard line.
Nix to the air. A short throw to Ingram. And he slips up past the 45 before being tackled. A couple of first downs to kick off the drive. Here's 1st and 10 up at the 46. Nix going to give to Harvey. And a gain of 4 gets him right to the midfield stripe. The Broncos at 5 and 4 now on the year. They come in feeling pretty good after back-to-back victories, CD.
And I thought that they played pretty well last week. Their execution, their discipline, their resilience, all on display in that victory.
Ball right on the 50-yard line. Here's 2nd down and 5. They run straight ahead with Harvey. And he's corralled, but not before getting it inside the 35. It'll be a pickup of 16 and a Bronco first down. He was solid last week, over 100 yards in their victory on the ground. They want to get that going again.
Absolutely. What they also understand is that from week to week, it's not necessarily the same, but they want it to be, right? What they saw last week on the ground, they want to see in this game as well.
So they'll come up 1st and 10 now from the 33. Up the middle, it's Harvey. And not able to break away this time as they're going to stop him right around the line of scrimmage. Tackle made by Tyree Wilson. You look at this Raiders defense. They come into this one ranked number 17, so just starting the bottom half of the league against the pass.
And it's really difficult to prepare for this team. This is a #1 overall passing team in the NFL, but it shouldn't be hard to get excited about playing against them. The ultimate test going against that unit.
And that's why you and I are excited to broadcast this game.
Yes, sir.
Working out of the gun is Nix. Now the middle, and it's complete. And he's going to have another first down as the tackle comes at the Raiders' 14. 19 yards that time for number 19. There's a 1st and 10 at the 14-yard line. Out of the gun, they go with Harvey. And they get to him quickly here as he stopped right around the 13. Max Crosby, the one who got in there for the stop.
That's a good play by the guys on the defensive side of the ball. Held him to a gain of 2. And that changes the playbook a little bit now for the guy calling plays. 2nd and 8. Now he's got to probably think about going to the air instead of maybe staying with the ground game.
Again, it's Harvey. And they get him behind the line, so that short gain on first down quickly negated. They wind up losing a couple there, so they go behind the original line of scrimmage, and now 3rd and 11 coming up. We're scoreless after one. Second quarter about to begin from Denver. It's the Broncos in possession of the football as they've got it with a 3rd down coming up. They're backed up here. Tough spot, needing 11 yards to pick up the first. Now it's Nix. And that is caught. Touchdown, Denver. Mike Evans, his 9th touchdown of the season. And the Broncos post the first points of the ball game as they take the lead here in this second quarter. Lutz with the extra point. And that makes the score 7-0. After the touchdown, Lutz to kick it off. And they'll start this drive just across the 30. Pretty nice work on the return. The offense for Las Vegas about set to begin the drive. They threw an interception the first time they had the football, wound up leading to a touchdown the other way. How do you approach drive number 2?
Going back to your game plan coming in, everyone has matchups that they like better than others. Where they think they have an advantage, dial up some of those plays. Try and go to those spots and get your offense moving.
And that throw behind his man, he missed him, incomplete.
And this drive is almost over before it began thanks to a great defensive effort. Sack on first down, followed by an incompletion, one more good rep, and they get off the field.
Now on 3rd and long, they'll look to throw. They'll get this out to Genty. And he'll be out right at the 35. 14 yards is the pickup there, but it'll still lead to a 4th down.
We can make this one pretty simple. Locked up all of his progressions downfield, forced to get it to his running back. But how about the way they ran to the football and knocked him down to force a 4th down?
They snap it to Smith. Pass taken in by his big tight end. And he'll take this to the other side of midfield before going out of bounds. So a 1st and 10 now in Denver territory at the 48-yard line. Again, Smith. That's complete. It's Ashton Genty. So the completion good for 7 there. And that's going to bring up 2nd down.
And they'll use him out in the backfield and sometimes quite a bit. They're just trying to get him touches any way they can. 4 catches a week ago. There's another one right there.
Here's Smith. They'll get the tight end Bowers involved there. And he'll cross over out of bounds right at the 25.
That's good for Las Vegas. First down. A gain of 15. And the Las Vegas first down.
Smith. He'll find Genty out of the backfield. And able to get this down inside the 15, either the 13 or 14 before he's out of bounds. Here's a 1st and 10 at the 14-yard line. Smith now to throw. And a dangerous throw there as that's knocked down and incomplete.
Coaches talk about it all the time. Players talk about it as well. Excellent job staying disciplined in coverage and making that stop. Inside the red zone, every stop like that could be preventing a possible touchdown.
And this time he's got the hook up. It's complete. They'll need 5 on this play to move the sticks.
Hey, let's go Wednesday. On Wednesday. Hey, it's a clip. No more.
To throw is Smith. Able to find the open man. That's complete. And the Raiders are going to have first and goal as they try to finish off this drive with 6 points. Smith throwing again. And it's going to be caught for a Raider touchdown. Dante Thornton from 3 yards out. And the Raiders are an extra point away from drawing level. Extra point by Carlson, up and good. And we are tied at 7. So all even at 7 now as they kick it away. And the mile-high air in full effect as that's out of the back of the end zone for a touchback.
Their own 35-yard line.
The Broncos onto the field, ready to start their next drive. They are back over the 500 mark for the season. Got there with a win a week ago, their second straight victory.
Well, they've definitely gotten better as this season has gone along, and from what I can tell, they know their roles. Everyone understands how they fit offensively, defensively, and this team now has an identity, and they're playing to it and playing well.
Y'all got to talk about tasting. Y'all can't talk about basic. Anybody know how?
We've hit the 2-minute mark of the first half. All knotted up at 7.
Got that touch my saving. Give me that touch of my head.
This 2nd and 4. Out of the gun, around with Harvey. And he'll get it out to midfield. Looks like he'll spot it right at midfield at the 50. 9 yards to pick up there, and it's a first down.
Good for Broncos. First down. First and 10 at the 50-yard line.
A handoff. Here's Harvey. And he stopped immediately there. No gain on the play there. Second down. He shows you right there, he can do more than just cover in the secondary from that free safety position.
Yeah, the evolution of position has really been significant, hasn't it? Because a lot of teams no longer have a free safety, strong safety designation. They just have safeties. So wherever the ball is, one can be close to the line of scrimmage, one can be deep, and vice versa. On that play, how about that tackle we just saw? Pretty nice.
And same result. He's going to take this just to the line of scrimmage before running into a brick wall.
But they're certainly not neglecting their run duties as well as they ate up the blockers in front and allowed the secondary to get home.
Now, right where this set of downs started, they need a full 10 here to pick up the first down and move the chains. From the midfield stripe, they'll look to throw. Nick's going to keep this himself. And he's got this down a yard or two shy of the 40 before he's out of bounds. Gain of 9 that time on the scramble, 1 yard shy of the marker, and it brings up 4th.
Well, he was looking at a dime formation, 6 defensive backs on the field, so he's looking for anyone to throw the football to, but he didn't have anyone open, so he took off and ran for it, but he came up just short, and that brings up 4th down.
He's got his target. That's complete. And they'll wind up getting this one all the way down inside the 20. The Raiders going to use one of their timeouts as they get the stoppage with just under 50 seconds remaining in half number 1. This will be stopped about 2 yards shy of the marker. 8-yard gain, 2nd and 2. 2 yards left on second down from the 9. On the give, it's Harvey. And he is going to be stopped cold behind the line of scrimmage. Now the Raiders going to go ahead and use the second of their timeouts as they'll stop it with 17 seconds to go in this first half of action. This will be play number 9 of the drive here as they need 4 yards on third down.
Captain, ready.
To throw, here's Nix. This is caught. but he couldn't quite get there. Tackled down at the 1. Now a timeout signal for, and they'll get it with 10 seconds to go before halftime.
I think he has to be saying to himself, how did that not wind up a touchdown? Remember, he just did the tip of the ball across the plane. It's not going to get there, but they're going to be set up.
And he is into the end zone for a Denver touchdown. R.J. Harvey in the final seconds of the first half. And the Broncos have taken the lead here in the final stages of this first half. What's good on the extra point? And that makes the score 14-7. So just 8 ticks remaining here in the first half as they'll kick this one away. And they'll opt not to return this, but since the ball did hit in the landing zone, this will come out to the 20. The Raider offense set to get this drive started. And with 8 seconds on the clock, really not a lot of time to try to put anything together. A hit as he throws there, incomplete.
Partner, what we're seeing so far is the defense is certainly coordinated. Both levels doing their jobs in tandem. The back helping the front helping the back. The pressure got home on that last play and forced him to try and throw through contact and short of the sticks.
Oh, his early struggles continue. Here's another one intercepted. And he will be brought down on what will be the final play of this first half. First half in the books. You're watching the NFL on EA Sports. Touchdown ball game, 14-7 our scores. We get back at it on EA Sports. And that is over the back line of the end zone. It's a touchback, and they'll bring this out to the 30. Denver offense at the line, ready to go. Well, this offense looks like they have a little extra pep in their step as they take the field here for drive number 3, because remember, Charles, drives 1 and 2 both ended in the end zone.
Yeah, right now they just got to be careful not to lean into overconfidence, because every drive has a life of its own. But I like the way that they've started, the way that they're going about doing things right now. They've got a chance for that 3rd consecutive touchdown, and that would be a crushing blow to the defense.
And he'll have it past midfield, almost to the 40 before being taken down.
That's good for a Broncos first down. First and 10.
Throwing Nix. They'll swing this out to Harvey. That's good. The completion there for 7 yards. And it's second down.
It's a gain of 7. Brings up second and 3.
To throw is Nix. Now he'll tuck this and run. And he slides to avoid the hit. Give him 7 on the tuck and run, and it'll get him a new set of downs.
As he came to the line of scrimmage, he knew he didn't need much to reset the chain, so when he saw the space he needed, no hesitation. He went to the marker and got his guys a first down.
They'll look to throw here on first down. A quick throw knocked away. It's incomplete.
It sort of looks like they still have some fight in them on this series, because it seemed like things were headed for the red zone. But if this defense gets 2 more stops, they can keep them out of that area.
Here's second and 10. Operating from the gun, Nix. And he comes back with one complete. And he'll take it into the end zone for a Denver score. Marvin Mims, 26 yards. And the Broncos go up by 2 touchdowns. Lutz with the extra point. And it's now 21-7. After the touchdown, Lutz to kick it off. And he brings us out past the 20 to the 24. Las Vegas offense ready to start this next drive. Well, the opposition laid down the challenge and opening drive touchdown here to start the second half. And, Charles, now you feel like this group needs to get an answer because this all of a sudden is a 2-score game.
Yeah, you're right about that. What was a small, manageable spread to overcome, a little bit more daunting now. I think you're exactly right. Pressure is on because you don't want them getting the ball back with a chance to really extend this lead out.
It's a gain of 23 yards.
Gino now to throw. That's taken in. Isaiah Bond. And taking it across midfield and just shy of the 40. So a 1st and 10 now in Denver territory at the 42-yard line. Now Smith. Looking deep downfield. And this is caught. Touchdown, Raiders. Dante Thornton with his 19th touchdown, his 2nd of the game. And the Raiders have cut it back within a score. Extra point by Carlson, up and good. And they're back within a touchdown at 21-14. This game back within a touchdown now as the kickoff's away. And they will not get a chance to return this one as it's through the end zone for a touchback.
35-yard line.
The Broncos onto the field ready to start their next drive. Pretty important third quarter drive for them. Momentum has sort of shifted the other direction after that last touchdown as they nurse this small lead. And he'll maneuver his way forward for about 4. 2nd and 6.
Well, the end of all that hitting and hollering, it was a 4-yard run, so the offense is going to go back to huddle and feel pretty good about themselves. Defensively, you have to feel okay because you didn't let it turn into a bigger run, but the goal, shut it down for 2 yards or less. That's when you start to feel good about yourselves.
He'll swing this out to Dobbins. And taking it across midfield and inside the 45. Solid gain of 18 yards and a Denver 1st down.
We can talk all we want about football being a game of strength and brawn. It's also a game of mismatches, and they're trying to create one there, getting it to their back out of the backfield to make a bigger play.
As we often say, get it to him in space, let him use his leg.
Yeah, if he can get a matchup against a linebacker or maybe a defensive end dropping out in a zone blitz, he's going to win that battle just about every time.
And he takes us just a few yards shy of the red zone before going out. That one good for 20 on the catch and run. And defensively, they were in zone coverage there. Do you have to be a little careful you're losing playing against a good quarterback like he is to not play too much zone?
Yeah, you have to be careful about how much time you're giving up. I think it's a good point you just brought up. So maybe if you still want to play zone, go to a zone blitz scheme. And you can drop anyone out of your defensive front, defensive end, defensive tackle. It doesn't matter. You just exchange someone to bring more pressure towards the quarterback and still try and cover downfield.
And third quarter here, you've got the lead. This is where that strong run game can really benefit you. Stayed in bounds there, kept the clock going.
I like all the points you just made there. And if you throw the football and it's incomplete, now you've stopped the clock and you've helped out the guys on the other side of the ball. So keep it in the hands of those runners. Keep moving it. Keep grinding clock.
Here comes the blitz as they look to throw. And stopped a few yards shy of the goal line at the 3. Now they'll have it 1st and goal following that gain of 17. Here's Nix. And it's caught. Touchdown, Broncos. J.K. Dobbins, his 1st touchdown on the year. And the Broncos will add on to their lead here in the final minute of the third. That's good on the extra point. And the lead now up to 14. After the touchdown, wants to kick it off. And a nice return sets him up pretty good here right at the 30-yard line. The offense for Las Vegas about set to begin the drive. A strong showing their last time out. They scored the touchdown, but Charles, they look up and they're still down double digits, so you feel like just to keep pace, this drive probably needs to end in the end zone as well.
And I think the best move for them is to not worry about how far they are down on the scoreboard, but to just remember the last drive and how it ended. Go ahead and try and repeat that. Then you can look at the scoreboard and see where this game is.
Throwing now is Geno. That's complete. Jeanty out of the backfield. And he takes us up to the 40-yard line before being corralled. Back to throw, Smith. Open man is Tucker. And that's good for a gain of 6. And it'll be second down. Now it's Smith. And he's going to be intercepted for the third time thus far. And he takes this one back into the end zone. And the Bronco defense has a touchdown. Lutz with the extra point. And the lead now to 3 touchdowns at 21.
Raiders 14.
So they'll get another shot on offense following that pick 6. And now the kick is away. Solid return, pretty good field position. They'll start at the 32. Trying to get one more in here before the quarter breaks. They'll run for the first time with Ashton Jeanty. And he'll be taken down after a minimal pickup, and that will take us to the end of quarter number 3. Welcome back now to Denver. A lot of happy faces in the crowd at this point as their guys have a big lead here to start quarter number 4. Second and 7. Out of the gun, Smith. Working downfield, he's got Thornton. And he'll be taken down, but not before he gets into enemy territory. Now Smith. Over the middle, he's got Bond. And they do finally get him, but he makes it all the way to the 6. Now a chance to make that big play really hurt. It's first and goal just outside the 5. Now Geno. And he's got it. Touchdown. Trey Tucker from 6 yards away. And the Raiders have got it back to a 2-score game here in the 4th. So a little bit of a letdown there defensively. I mean, look, you're still 2 scores to the good, CD, but things may be a little more uncomfortable than they had hoped.
Yeah, if you kept them out of the end zone there, this game's over. You've locked the door on them. Instead, it's still open a little bit, and they've got a puncher's chance.
Raiders 21.
Out is the kickoff unit as they run up and send this one away. And this one definitely not in the landing zone. In fact, it's over the back line. So this is going to come out to the 35. Denver offense at the line, ready to go. Well, there are 2 scores on the plus side. Still time here in this 4th quarter, but maybe you start thinking about playing keep away.
Yeah, I think here's the situation. You're not thinking touchdowns anymore. You're just thinking first downs. To keep up with your theme there, playing keep away, first downs, they can't touch the ball.
33-yard line.
So the opening play of the drive goes backwards. Now they'll come up on 2nd and 12. Nix to the air. And this one caught downfield by Evans. And he has a big gain inside the 40 before being dropped. A gain of 28 yards there and given the first down.
1st and 10 at the 39-yard line.
Dobbins running out of the gun. And they are able to stop him, but he does take it all the way to the 2. That was good for 37 yards.
They gashed him in a big way on that last run, and defense fortunate to tackle him on the 2-yard line, but doesn't necessarily mean that there's something wrong with the defense's plan. And that's the one thing the coordinator has to do to make sure the confidence stays high. Okay, sometimes you're going to get a big play against us. That doesn't mean we change everything and abandon our game plan. But now they have to stiffen and try and keep him out of the end zone.
No gain there, and it's going to set up 2nd and goal.
This is where coaches have to have spent a lot of time going over situations with their players, because him getting tackled there is not the worst thing in the world. You're going to run more plays, right? Clock's going to go. But his thought process is getting into the end zone. It's counterintuitive for him to actually go down in this spot.
Yeah, but like you say, you don't want to get in the end zone too early here.
No, not at all, because you may leave an opening that can come back and get you.
And he pushes forward, but comes up short of the goal line as he'll get a yard down to about the 1.
His path became similar to almost running a stretch play, didn't it? Trying to find a crease, anywhere to put his foot in the ground and cut back. It just never materialized.
Dobbins will score. Touchdown, Broncos. So the 2nd down run didn't work. They run it again on 3rd down and get in. I wasn't sure if they might pass it, Charles. We know that they like to mix it up down here around the goal line.
Yeah, almost felt like the offensive line said, forget mixing it up. Let's call our favorite running play over our best blockers, and let's get this one in.
Now with that, they could elect to take the ball at the 1 if they wanted.
Yeah, exactly right. They have options here. If they decide now to go for 2 after the penalty, the ball doesn't go to the 2-yard line as normal. They get the penalty, so that's half the distance. You put it at the 1. But if they decided they wanted to kick, they would just move the ball from the 15 to the 10, and they would kick it there.
Looks good on the extra point. And the lead down to 3 touchdowns at 21.
Raiders 21. Will Watson
touchdown. Lutz to kick it off. And a decent return out to the 27-yard line. The Raider offense set to get this drive started. Remember, they have won 3 straight, but getting to 4 straight does not appear to be in the cards as they are in a big fourth-quarter hole. And this will be incomplete. Physical play on the football there, and it's second down. Now Smith going to change the play. He'll try again with the arm here on second down. He's got this almost to the 40 before going out. Give them 12 yards that time, and a Las Vegas first. You cannot write these guys off just yet, not with a quarterback like that under center.
You mean it actually crossed your mind with him running the team that you could actually maybe write this game off?
Not yet.
Not a chance. Not with him. We've seen it too many times.
Here's Smith. That's caught by Tucker. And he'll be taken down, but not before he works it past the 50. Back-to-back nice gains. That one for 14 yards and another first. A 3-score game here late. You can probably rule out the comeback, but certainly some kind of a moral victory to be had if they can get a few more points to close things out. And to that end, a nice pass play there to push things downfield.
Yeah, and we know in this league, a loss is a loss, and no one wants anything to count as a moral victory or something that feels a little bit cheap. But if they trim that lead down to just 2 scores, that's still a benefit to this squad.
And we are inside of 2 minutes left in this lopsided affair. So from the 36 now, 1st and 10.
Here we go, 53.
To the air again, Smith. This is caught by Tucker. And inside the 20 before he's brought down. So from the 17 now, here's a 1st and 10. Throwing is Smith. Got his tight end. That's complete. It's Bowers. And the Raiders are going to have a 1st and goal coming up as the tackle made at the 3-yard line.
First and goal.
Here's Smith. And that's going to be caught for a Raider touchdown. A great effort there with an amazing diving catch. And the Raiders are able to make some inroads here to that deficit.
And that touchdown puts us in a position to have a discussion, doesn't it? Now it'll be a 2-score game after the conversion.
Yeah, I mean, there's no doubt with a 2-score game they're going to have to onside kick it. We'll just see if they've got a miracle up their sleeve.
And you wonder what onside kicks they're going to use and in what sequence if they hope to have a chance to win this game.
Extra point by Carlson, up and good. And the lead will be cut down to 14. Set now to kick this one away, and off it goes. And this will not be returnable. It's out of the back of the end zone for a touchback.
35-yard line.
The Broncos onto the field, ready to start their next drive. And a few kneel downs should just about do it. Now, defensively, they do have all 3 timeouts, but very little reason to use them at this point. That one looks like he'll throw here. Nick's going to keep this himself. And he'll be out of bounds up near the 45 at the 44. He'll wind up getting 9 after tucking it and running, so it'll leave him with 2nd and a yard.
I think the defense surprised him there with that blitz on 1st down, but give him credit. Stayed cool under pressure and still found a way through the extra rushers for positive yardage. Well done.
Captain.
Nix from the shotgun. Completes it to Evan Ingram. Now he's going to get this all the way down inside the 35. Back-to-back good plays have him on the move on first down. To throw, here's Nix. And that is incomplete. To give you an idea of how accurate he's been throwing the football, we're in the second half. That's just his second incompletion.
Well, if he's not locked in, that means everyone's locked in, because to me it's like throwing a no-hitter in baseball. The pitcher may get the credit, but a lot of people making plays behind him in the field.
Throwing Nix. A short throw to Ingram. And all the way home for the Broncos score. Evan Ingram, 33 yards. And the Broncos have put this one to bed here in the fourth quarter.
The Broncos will line up for the two-point conversion.
And this is going to be caught. So add 2 more to the lead as they continue to pour it on here in the fourth.
Raiders 28.
After the touchdown, Lutz to kick it off. And he's up across the 25 and down at the 28. The Las Vegas offense ready to start this next drive. Well, this game, it has had no shortage of offense. They've been able to put up a decent amount of points on this side, Charles. They just have not been able to keep pace with the other offense they're going against here. Dante Thornton with touchdown number 20 on the year. And the Raiders are able to cut into that deficit. And his sensational season continues. That touchdown grab, number 20 for him on the year. Now the Raider offense will stay out there as they'll line up to go for 2.
The Raiders will line up for the two-point conversion.
And that's caught at the 2. And he is going to get in there for the 2 points to make this a 12-point game.
Raiders 36.
So 2 scores down. Time definitely not an ally, but here comes the onside kick. And the Broncos aren't able to recover, and that should just about wrap this one up. They knew they needed a miracle. They had to have that onside kick. They didn't get it.
Well, as we knew, even before they put the toe to the leather on that one, their chances of getting that done, slim and none. And I do believe we saw Slim just leave the door, didn't we?
We did indeed. I think we're down to none. Now it's Nix. Blitz coming, and down he goes. The Raiders going to use one of their timeouts.
Yeah, I'm a little TK.
As they stop it here with just under 40 seconds to go in the game.
46-yard line.
Coming up now on a 2nd and 15 following that sack.
Oh, my son! Hey! Bombers. Drill. Captain.
To throw is Nix. Over the middle, he's got his tight end Ingram. And they'll wind up getting this one all the way down inside the 20. Now the Broncos are going to call the first of their timeouts. That'll leave them with 2 remaining. We'll be back after this. On first down, he'll drop to throw. This is caught. And he is going to have the Broncos first, and that should be the capper. Now the Broncos going to use the second of their timeouts. That'll leave them with just one remaining in this fourth quarter of play. And his throw here is going to be incomplete. Something we haven't really seen much of from him, an incomplete pass.
Yeah, last week he finished at 70%. This week he's up over 80%. I don't know how you slow him down. Pass rush is usually the best way because a quarterback on his back usually can't complete a pass.
Back to the air with Nix. And he is into the end zone for a Denver touchdown. Cortland Sutton, a 2-yard touchdown grab. And the Broncos tack on another score as they have dominated this fourth quarter. And now the offense is going to stay out there as the Broncos will go for two. They'll try and throw for it. Nick's going to keep this himself. That's into double coverage and intercepted. Nowhere to go here. He lost the football. Protection was great. He had time to set up a campsite, but in the secondary, though, they were ready.
And I think that in most places on the field, if you have that much time to throw the ball, someone's going to shake free and you'll find an open receiver. But condensed near the goal line on a two-point conversion, all that extra, there's not any extra field. So it kind of closes in on them, and that allows you to cover a little bit better.
After the touchdown, Lutz to kick it off. And they're going to mark that where it went out of bounds, so really good starting field position up past the 40-yard line. A good starting spot for the Raiders as they come up 1st and 10 at the 41-yard line. Geno down to throw. It's caught inside the 25. And he will score. Touchdown, Las Vegas. Dante Thornton, 58 yards. And the Raiders get a bit closer.
The Raiders will line up for the two-point conversion.
And now the pressure gets there, and he goes down. So he couldn't get rid of the football, and that deficit stays right where it is. On is the Raider kickoff unit now as they will send this one away.
The Broncos take over 1st and 10 at their own 35-yard line.
Denver offense at the line, ready to go. And still 2 timeouts defensively, but even if they choose to use those, 3 kneel downs should be enough to get out of here with a victory.
And that's exactly what's being stated into the head coach's headset. Oftentimes they have a guy upstairs who monitors this at the end of the game. Little clock management 101.
38-yard line.
Here's Nix. And that will be incomplete. 4 ticks left here on the clock.
I see the surprise in your face there, partner. That is a rare incompletion from him. He's been on point this entire game.
He has percentage completion-wise way up. Not that time. Operating from the gun, here's Nix. A short throw to Ingram. Now he won't quite make it. He needed 6. He got about 5. 4th down. Well, partner, under the lights in primetime, this offense, they gave the nation quite a show, putting up that many points to come away with what will certainly be a memorable win for them.
And, Brandon, I think it's as simple as this. Some players, some teams, they're just meant for the big stage. And when they get a chance to play in this type of atmosphere, where all eyes are on them and all the lights are shining brightly, they show up and they show out.
So for the Broncos, It's an important win in terms of staying in the postseason race as they move to 6-4. And they'll get a few extra days.